Hey there, Samitian here, and welcome back to Fallout 4. Last time we made it to the Institute, we met up with our son Sean. He's old now, and also he's the leader of the Institute. And we met up with our man on the inside, Patriot, the one who's been helping since escape the Institute, and then the railroad picks them up and sends them on their way with a new identity and all that good stuff. So, Patriot needs us to go get him a password for an old computer system from the old CIT days, and he wants us to go talk to the railroad to see if they can figure out where we can get a password like that. But Desdemona also wants us to integrate ourselves with the Institute, to make them think that we're on their side, to do what they want. So we're going to do a little bit of what they want, and what Sean wants us to do is go meet with the 4 heads of research here at the Institute. So we're gonna go do that today. So the first place we're gonna go is this place that's like right next to us, the Institute Bioscience, and see what's going on over here. Anything cool that I can loot? I do love looting. And scooting. But mostly looting. Okay, this is probably another elevator to the under part. Oh, maybe not. Ooh, ammo. What does all this shit have that I want? Aluminum, nuclear material. Okay, I do want aluminum. What's the ear thing that I got? Also aluminum. Okay. Yeah, this is good. I do need a lot of aluminum, so I'm happy to be getting a little bit more. Unfortunately, my inventory space is limited, but I can always come back and get other stuff. Yeah, literally everything here has stuff that I want, apparently, which is very nice. I'm supposed to be meeting with people, but I guess looting stuff is more important, right? Okay, how am I doing on weights? FEV lab. Hold on. I don't want to go in there yet, I don't think. The FEV is something from Fallout 3, and maybe the original 2 as well. I never finished Fallout 1, and I never played Fallout 2, so it's probably from more than that, but it's what turns things into super mutants. So they're doing research on that. Good. Exactly what I think that they should be doing. I'm gonna need to stop looting eventually. Alright, let's read what's going on. Alright, SZI Phase 2 development. Synth Zoological Initiative. Initial thoughts, what to create. We've engineered creatures that inhabit the sky and the land. The next logical step is a creature of the sea. Oh, that's where the birds are synths theory comes from. I mean, that makes sense. The greatest challenge remains data collection. Accurate measurements, behavioral data, life cycle, habitat, etc. Might Nahant have something useful? Note to self, request that we allocate a scavenger team to that area. So which aquatic creature makes a good candidate? Start with size, nothing too large, nothing too small. Most prominent candidates, genus Delphinus, genus Carcarhinus. On-site habitat will be a logistical challenge, expansion of bioscience likely necessary, including large water tank. Many logistical challenges to implement, facilities division likely to oppose this. Have to pitch this as the first step in a broader plan. What else can go in the aquatic habitat? Can we grow food there? What other experiments could we do? Could we develop underwater synth models to carry out the seabed salvage operations? Probably far-fetched, need to work on this more. We'll table this journal for the time being, focus on other priorities until I can come up with more reasons that will benefit from the aquatic habitat. Can still gather data in the meantime. The Warwick Homestead Initiative was conceived to facilitate field testing of various genetically modified specimens in the unique climate of the Commonwealth. It is hoped that we gain insight into the effects of trace radiation on the growth and development of said specimens. We of the Bioscience Division are in full agreement on the following hypothesis. Subjected to the proper levels of ambient radiation and soil pH, such as those found in the exceptionally fertile soil at Warwick's homestead, Our modified seed specimens are likely to exhibit accelerated growth rate and a twofold increase in size. I've been to Warwick, haven't I? Project implementation. Stage 1. Using genetic manipulation, we will develop a unique breed of Cucurbitaceae with similar characteristics to those commonly farmed in the Commonwealth. Stage 2. Acquire Roger Warwick, Patriarch of Warwick Homestead, and conduct a series of intensive interrogation sessions to learn all we can about his life and family. With the intelligence gathered in Stage 2, create a synth replica of Roger Warwick and embed the unit on-site at Warwick Homestead to oversee the operation directly. SRB will handle logistics of this aspect of the initiative. Stage 4. Begin covert deliveries of prototype seed batches for planting. Stage 5. Collect observational data from embedded unit. Stage 6. When sufficient data has been collected, retrieve synth unit and specimens for lab study. Purge all surface evidence of the initiative. Status reports. Delivery complete. Blah, 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 blah. Batch destroyed in transit. Oops, I have somehow activated my overlay for whatever that hell's called. Not reshade, the other thing. Shaders? Whatever. Okay, so status reports sounds like just normal shit is going on here. Have I been to Warwick? I'm pretty sure I've been to Warwick. It's like up here somewhere, right? Warwick Homestead. I swear I've been to some place that was called Warwick. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. I do not remember. Oh, well. It does sound familiar, though. Director Holdren, here are the details you requested. Read the gorilla behavioral anomalies. A total of 16 incidents of heightened aggression have been documented. Bioscience personnel who witnessed these events, myself included, would categorize the level of aggression displayed as extreme and dangerous. And all 6 synth handlers have been destroyed by gorilla attacks. As for what triggers these behavioral changes, I speculate that it's a reaction to perceived conflict. Several attacks followed heated arguments that took place within earshot of the pen. Another occurred soon after the recent SRB security sweep. It seems clear there's a fault in the behavioral model. I doubt it can be corrected. I know you're against it, but I think we have to consider destroying them. Failing that, I recommend that all contact with the gorillas be limited to synth units only. Bioscience personnel should not be permitted to come into contact. The risk is simply too great. Just destroy the gorillas. That's fine. Just kill all of the animals. Okay, here's some access logs that look mostly normal other than this one. That's interesting. I keep picking up shit. I need to stop, but I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Is this the same? Oh no. Our special guest has arrived. Now that our guest of honor is here, I want to remind everyone to be polite, accommodating, and welcoming. It's not often we receive visitors from the surface, and this occasion is more special than most. I know I can count on you to extend a hand of friendship and greet our visitor with the utmost hospitality. Let's embrace this exciting event and make the best first impression we possibly can. Okay, so they want to be nice to us. But why? When we first implemented the new power efficiency guidelines, I was proud at how well we were able to meet those standards with only a minimal impact on our productivity. It was a daunting challenge, but we rose to meet it. Lately, however, we've been getting lax in our habits. Too often I'm finding lights and equipment left on when they shouldn't be, and the environmental settings have been changed without my authorization. Let's rededicate ourselves to doing what's right for the needs of the Institute as a whole. After all, this isn't just our home, it's a home for the future generations who will carry on the greatest work of building a better future. I have some exciting news to share with all of you. Father has approved the next phase of my proposed synth zoology initiative, and I'm already in the process of setting up a schedule for the initial prototyping phase. As has always been the case, this is a low-priority project, but those of you who find yourselves with free time are welcome to contribute. I'll need to make a few preliminary decisions, not the least of which is what kind of creature we'll want to replicate. I don't have to tell you how eager I am to begin, and I can't wait to see what amazing things we can do given our recent advances in synth development. Okay, so maybe the gorillas are synths, which is slightly less worrisome about them wanting to just get rid of them, but still pretty worrisome. Light bulb. This room looks suspiciously old and not used. Okay. Time to find someone to talk to, like you. Are you the director?
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
I guess the gorillas are synths. I like this.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
I do have some questions. Tell me more about the gorillas.
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
2? The thing over there said 6. Do you have
Dr.
a quest for me?
Anything I can help you with?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Okay, I guess I need to talk to everyone
Most
first.
men lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
Hey, Doc.
Yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
Working on something important?
All of my work is important. Now, if you're quite finished, I'd very much like to get back to these mental equations. They're difficult enough without the distractions.
Have you considered using pen and paper? Those mental equations will get a lot tougher after I sock you in the jaw. I like the idea of annoying him by continuing to ask him questions while being polite about
Equations for what?
Honestly, you wouldn't understand them. Now, I'm afraid I must end this little chat, although it's been so very diverting.
it. Bro, I have 10 intelligence. I'm probably smarter than you. My character, anyways. Me, probably not. Hello. Oh, you don't have a name. I don't care about you.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
You have a
You're
name.
gonna have to work pretty hard to impress anyone down here.
Hi.
Rosalind is as smart as she is beautiful. I just wish I could get her to notice me.
Oh, good. We have a love story. I love love stories. Oh, there's the gorillas.
Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results. Feels like this project has been going on for months.
just said it's showing promising results 20 seconds ago, my guy. What the fuck? Anything different in here? No. I can close the security door. It'll probably come in handy.
Liam's been trying to teach me robotics. It's more complicated than I thought.
Okay, do I want to go into the FEV lab? I feel like that's probably like a quest location or something. I'm just going to ignore that for now and go find someone different to talk to. The FEV lab can be a later thing. That's probably what this guy's going to have me do. He's going to be like, "Oh, can you go into the FEV lab? There's some dangerous shit in there. We need you to kill it and get X MacGuffin from it." Do you have a name?
I would be happy to assist you.
You do have a name.
Hey, Z1.
I would be happy to assist you.
Oh, this is the guy. This is one of the synths that we're trying to liberate. That Patriot was like.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
Huh, I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
I'm thirsty. Hold up. I need to deal with my needs. I'm at the point where I'm considering just turning off survival mode completely. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. It's interesting early game, but I'm at the point...
Did I turn off the interferometer?
I'm at the point where I can, like, buy food. I get enough water just from my 2 pumps at Sanctuary. Like, I don't really need to be in survival mode anymore. It's very likely that soon I just turn it off and don't bother with it anymore.
The
Hello.
Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Doctor.
Hello.
They weren't kidding. You really are here.
I'm
Well,
here.
all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my wife. I mean, actually true. Yeah, this one.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
It's kind of like a vault, except for no unethical experiments.
As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
What do you got?
What can I requisition?
I have access to a modest selection of arms, armor, and other items approved for use in field missions.
Let's see what you have.
What do you got? It's a plasma rifle, 25% faster fire rate, 15% faster reload. That's not bad. That is fucking expensive, though. Don't I have 8 charisma now? Jesus Christ. Some interesting stuff here, but nothing that I super care about. Do I have anything to sell you? Alright, I got these nuke mines from my foray into the gunner base, or whatever the fuck it was. I'm never going to be using mines, so I'm just going to sell them. Hey, I have more things to talk about.
Outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
Yeah.
Hi there. Something I can help you with?
I got more questions. This one.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
Is that the teleporter shit? It does seem like it would take a lot of power.
Dr. Fillmore.
You have one more dialogue option.
What do you need?
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
Okay. Sounds good enough. Okay, so that was bioscience. I think I went up there. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm going over here. Gonna explore whatever this is. Say master locked terminal. I'm gonna quick save in case this is bad to go into. And by bad, I mean something that will cause the Institute to become hostile. Excuse me. I do not like this size of terminal. Alright, what's in the door? Open. Open. Okay, don't pick up any more junk. Like, I get it. It's a lot of aluminum. Okay, maybe a little bit. Yes, maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit of aluminum. I love aluminum. Gimme. Austin packs, purified water, mentats? Hell yeah. I don't think I have ever taken a mentat in my entire life. Like in any Fallout game. Alright, what do we got up here?
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Oh. I have been here. Hi! Have you just been standing there staring at your deactivated... What would you call this? Clone? It's a synth. It's so weird that he made it look like himself. Why would he have any reason to do that other than to make the plot twist more reasonable? It's so stupid.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
Are these Gen 1s? Hello.
Best part of my day is coming home to my girls.
I think I talked to them.
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
Looks like everything's running great. I'd say you're doing your job.
Hey, thanks. It's nice to be appreciated. Most people just take my work for granted. It's the kind of work that only gets noticed when something goes wrong, if you know what I mean. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Okay. Talk to you later. This is the robotics division, I assume. Yep. I already talked to the leader, so I guess I don't need to go in here currently, so I won't. I'll go in there later, maybe. I would like to talk to at least all 4 of the heads today, but that might not happen if I want to keep this video at a reasonable length. Okay, did I go in here? I did. This is where I met with, no it's not. Oh, this is where I put the terminals in. Or the code into the terminal. Which means I have not been up here. There's probably nothing important. No, I have been up here. Wait, what? Have I been up here? Maybe I haven't. I don't fucking know. Everything looks the same. It's almost like it was copy-pasted multiple times. I have been here. This is where the children were, I'm pretty sure, that I talked to. Yeah, those mirrors would have like ammo or something in them if I hadn't been here. Back down I go. Okay, so synth retention.
Sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Hello. You seem to have a chip on your shoulder.
Your needs are being seen too. You just let me know if they're not.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Welcome. Welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
It's a nice place. It does kind of look a little science fiction.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Why? Why do people want me here? I feel like they're just being nice. Because Father wants them to be nice. Like, why would they want Father's father to be here? All this could do is make Father's judgments less logical and more emotional.
Scanning
Hello.
unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Thanks. Let's go find this Dr. Ayo.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting
All this
package
must be a
upgrades
little
I asked
overwhelming
for.
for you.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
This guy sounds like a lovely person. Hello.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Hey there.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. He thinks his problem should be everyone's biggest concern. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken our needs as seriously as they should. Guess they see us as a necessary evil or something. It's really not fair. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we've had to get acquainted, and all I want to do is complain. In any case, it was good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Let me find your
If
boss.
the robotics division was a little more careful, we wouldn't have synths trying to escape.
That guy just fucking teleported.
Doc.
So, here you are.
Here I am.
Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
What do you mean? Don't you trust me? What do you think I'm gonna do? Help free all of your sins?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape if they're only robots, right?
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I shot it twice with my gun and it died.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
It is very funny that they act like these Coursers are unkillable death machines, and it died in literally 2 hits.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Zimmer's the guy from Fallout 3 too, isn't he? Did I miss that line of dialogue my first time playing?
Justin.
Yes? What do you need?
He's the guy that was looking for the escaped synth in the boat town that I don't remember the name of.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Then why even bother getting them back if you're just gonna dispose of them anyways?
Dr. Ayo.
Yes? What do you need?
You had one more line of dialogue?
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
I do not like these people. Like, I know they're supposed to be slightly morally gray, like a little bit. Ooh, grenades. Like a little bit of gray in here, but Jesus Christ, I do not like this place. Alright, what do we have in the terminal? Reclamation target tracking. So someone in Good Neighbor is an escape synth. Unit believed to be in railroad custody. Memory wipe likely performed by now. Did we help with that? I don't remember. I was citing Boston Airport. That's where the Brotherhood are hanging out, right? Area deemed too hazardous. Bertalia Raider Stronghold? I don't know where that is. Unit B5 has been memorized by railroad agents. New identity is Gabriel. Unit now leads Raider gang based in Libertalia. Shows highly aggressive tendencies. Has killed several dozens rivals and civilians. Suspect brain damage resulting from memory wipe process. So this synth was destroyed northeast of the Ironworks. Unit remains discovered near Slagus Ironworks and returned to Robotics Division. Unit is destroyed by multiple gunshot wounds. Suspect raiders based out of Slagus Ironworks. L337, last sighting Carvega. Unit has been memorizing new identity is Leo. Exercise extreme caution. Unit has been trailed by Rio and is proficient with several weapons. Unit has evaded capture twice and wounded coursers on both occasions. We've been to the Corvega factory, right? List of informants. The following individuals have proven useful to our reclamation operations. In exchange for caps, these persons have in the past provided information on escaped sightings and suspected railroad activity. If you make a new contact, add the individual to the database. Cricket, Caravaner, Tommy Lonigan, owner and proprietor of the Combat Zone. Wait, that's the guy I met up like really recently, the one who gave me the contract for my new companion whose name escapes me. Trash. Carla! Carla's an informant? Doc Weather's an informant? Chem dealer and good neighbor, Ken supplier and good neighbor. Caravan here. Henry Cook the barkeeping. Man, there's so many people selling people out to the Institute. Here's some access logs that don't really tell me anything. Is there anyone else
Always
to
be
talk to in
vigilant.
here?
We have many enemies.
Yeah. A lot of enemies. I don't know why anyone would want to be an enemy of the Institute. They seem like such nice people. Departmental notices. As you know, Father has granted full access to our new visitor from the surface that includes the entirety of the SRB. While we must accommodate Father's wishes in this matter, we must also remain diligent. Refrain from discussing any sensitive information, especially the ongoing investigation involving the Gen 3 synths. In an ideal world, the Railroad will have had no influence on our new guest. We do not live in an ideal world. Maybe you want to lock these terminals? Missing synth investigation. Due to recent developments in our outgoing investigation into the missing synths, I am adjusting our priority regarding discussion of the subject with personnel outside the SRB. In brief, details of the investigation are now classified and cannot be shared with anyone other than SRB personnel, and even then, such conversations can take place only here in the SRB facilities. Those who are found to be in violation of this policy will face the strictest discipline. Director AO. Starting to wonder if M7D2, the infiltrator unit McDonough, hasn't begun to outlive its usefulness. Assuming the identity of Diamond City's mayor has provided us with invaluable intelligence over the years, but suspicions have only continued to mount. This latest incident, the publication of that newspaper article specifically calling McDonough's humanity into question, might just be the tipping point. I've spoken with AO and we both agree if the situation does become untenable, reclamation seems unfeasible. M762 was specifically engineered to mimic the actual human McDonough. As such, the unit's synthetic biology is that of someone overweight and grossly out of shape. A memwipe would kill any psychological weaknesses attributed to self-perceived old age, but that body, lost cause. The real irony here is that M762 in one of its dispatches back to the Institute requested a future posting in the coursers, citing loyalty and years on the surface, and that request alone was evidence of enough self-awareness and independence to completely eliminate him from contention. Never mind the fact that he wouldn't even fit into the uniform. Determination. When and if M762's identity is eventually compromised, the unit is effectively decommissioned in field. No reclamation, no Institute assistance. Given its relative age and physical condition, not to mention the danger inherent in an infiltrator unit's discovery, further lifespan estimated at 2 weeks maximum. So McDonough is a synth. I mean, that felt kind of obvious, but it has come to my attention that certain colleagues who are dissatisfied with our policies and procedures here have, on more than one occasion, tried to circumvent our established process for registering their complaints with Father and have tried to gain access to our secure facilities in order to complain in a more direct manner. I'm sure I need not remind you that the SRB is off limits to all personnel not assigned to this division. Do not allow yourself to be browbeaten, cajoled, intimidated, or otherwise manipulated into allowing anyone who lacks the appropriate clearance to enter the SRB. Failure to uphold this mandate will result in severe discipline. As you're all aware, Father has asked that we monitor our power usage carefully and try to be as efficient as possible. As a point of personal emphasis, we should strive to be efficient in everything we do, but our division has needs that are unique among the various branches of the Institute. The fact is, sometimes our operations require resources that we cannot readily disclose due to the sensitive nature of what we do. I place my trust in your judgment. If you require additional power or any other resources to carry out your work, then take what you need. Consult me if you have any concerns or questions, but know that the responsibility of meeting your project deadlines falls upon your shoulders, and I won't accept limited power availability as an excuse for failing to meet those deadlines. In short, do what you need to do, and if anyone objects to the way in which we carry out our work, I will deal with those objections myself. Wait. I missed this. Alright, inventory management. Is there anything interesting in here? Not really. Access logs, again, nothing super interesting in there. And this place does not seem to have like a extra area in the back, so I'm gonna push on and meet with the fourth head, even though I would like to keep the video a little shorter. I feel like cutting it short at this point.
Sir.
At this point would be silly, so I only have one more to talk to, and it's Dr. Lee.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still.
What you doing?
There. All done. You can return to your duties, and remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Mm-hmm. Take
Hello.
good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me.
What you
Father
doing?
is
Bye.
more than
Once
just
you've settled
our
in,
leader.
I'll want
He
to
is
do a
our
physical and get
creator.
a file going on you. No hurry, though.
You're the doctor here?
Everyone's a doctor here. But if you mean physician, then yes, I'm about as close as we've got to one. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
You got it, Doc. Don't mind me, I'm just taking all of your shit. I want it. It's mine now. Imagine you invite someone into your top secret facility and all he does is run around and take all of your medical supplies. Hello, I would like to drink, thank you. What do we have in here? Where are all my closed brackets? Hello? There's one. Oh, there's a few.
I'm through.
Open the door. Anything interesting in here? More garbage for me to take? I love taking garbage. Anything interesting up here? Is this like a computer with... What the fuck is this on the computer? It's very strange. I don't know why I'm bothering to loot all these random rooms. There's probably nothing in them. One of them had a magazine on the outside, which is something interesting technically, but magazines in this game are not very useful.
Hi. Isn't it wonderful here?
Sure is.
Hey, pal.
I wish Quinton would stop telling those stupid stories.
I want to find gooder loot. Why is there a duffel bag in here? That looks completely out of place. Unbelievably out of place. Pencil. I love pencils. Am I weird for collecting pencils? I mean, they don't weigh anything, and they have lead. They're really good. Pencils are the best. And I won't let anyone tell me otherwise. Is there anything cool? Oh, just drugs. I love drugs. Speaking of drugs, God, why can't I remember anybody's name? The synth from the Institute, that companion. He didn't like it when I took drugs, which is unfortunate. I don't need to take drugs a lot, but it's going to make making him happy slightly more difficult than I want it to. Package from lack of food. Wait, this terminal I can look at. Hello.
Yes?
Excuse me.
As the Institute's first personal synth, I try to set a good example.
Oh, you're a synth.
What's a personal synth?
Dr. Benet is carrying out a social experiment. He wants to see if a synth can integrate into a human family. I know I can never replace his wife or be a real mother to Liam, but I can at least help with the domestic duties. I like to think I'm a pretty good cook. It was a real pleasure to meet you. I'm sure you're still taking everything in, so I'll let you get back to that.
Alright. Time to read what they have to say about this lady in this terminal, I assume. Fancy lad snack cakes. Doesn't make any sense. I've run the diagnostics, quadruple checked the neural mappings, done comparative analysis of taste buds, tracked digestive patterns. Hell, I've even gone as far as to simply ask several of them, and still I'm no closer to answering the question. Why do Gen 3 synths like to eat fancy lad snack cakes? I mean, sure, they have the capacity to experience taste. Every Gen 3 possesses the synthetic equivalent of the requisite receptor cells, but why this? And why all of them? Good thing it's physically impossible for a Gen 3 to actually gain weight and succumb to obesity. Wouldn't that be quite the Achilles heel, humanity's most impressive technological achievement laid low by junk food? Chess. Troy Nocturnes. Right, they don't actually say anything about the wife. To the top floor. Hello. You don't have anything to say to me. It's a lot of beer. This guy's got a vice. Whoever lives up here. A vice and nothing else of interest. Got it. Alright, now we just have this bit to go to, then we go down there and we talk to the final head.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
Yep. I sure did do that. Surely there's something interesting in one of these, right? Surely not the only interesting... Surely the only interesting thing wasn't the magazine that I got from that one building. I don't even remember what the magazine was. Probably nothing useful, since magazines in this game are basically nothing.
So you're Father's father, but he's older than you. That's weird.
I know it is. You said that the last time we met. I love looting, but sometimes it can be sad when you don't find anything interesting when you're looting. Like, the entire reason I like Fallout so much is the gameplay loop. Go into buildings, loot some shit, sell that shit. And one of the reasons I like Fallout 4 a lot is because the loot that you get actually serves a purpose, other than just selling it. Disable security safeguards. That seems like it's probably something I don't want to do. Or maybe I do want to do that, who knows. So this is the AO residence. That's the doctor of the synth reclamation group. All this stuff that I'm looking through, I'm probably going to need to do it again when I'm getting to later parts in the quest line. Like, I assume the railroad is going to have me do some, like, sabotage in here. My first playthrough was with the Brotherhood of Steel, and they were very, find a way to break in and kill them all. That was their shtick. The Brotherhood does not fuck around when it comes to technology being used in a way that they do not enjoy. Someone's doing things they don't like, murder them. It's the Brotherhood way. Hello.
Good to see you. Feeling well today?
I am.
Dr. Oberly.
When the lights go down and the stars come out, man just forgets about all his troubles.
Are you the one who was yelling at the synth reclamation department? I think that was you. I don't remember. I barely remember anything. I can't remember anything about anyone in this game. As pointed out by the fact that I talked about 2 of my companions this video, and I couldn't remember the name of either of them. So, don't expect me to know anybody's names. Ever. That was an interesting noise. I've been here. I've been there. That's where I met with, what's his name? The Patriot. I remember his name. That's not even his real name, that's just his code name. Let's go to Advanced Systems and pull out my gun. I'm sure people will enjoy that I just did that.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Hello.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
You had a name, so I assumed you would have something important to say. I'm gonna rush to Dr. Lee and talk to her.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
You can now fast travel to the Institute from anywhere in the Commonwealth and out of the Institute to the CIT ruins. Okay.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
Got it.
Dr. Lee. I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry. I report to the director, not you.
Got it.
Dr. Lee. Tell me about the people in your division.
I'm not sure what there is to say. Dr. Watson is the Specialist Project's lead scientist. He's, how to put it, very organized and precise. Dr. Ormond is one of the youngest scientists in the Institute, and she's something of a prodigy when it comes to physics.
Alright, thanks for the information. Oh, this terminal is, bad.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, It's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Alright, so it seems like she was, at some point between the last audio log and this audio log, she decided to work on building Sean. The fake Sean. Anyways, that's going to do it for today. Next time we're going to go talk to Father now that we've met all the Institute heads, maybe explore a little bit more, and then probably go meet up with the Railroad afterwards. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys then.